Hi everyone, and thank you for joining me. By the end of this video, you will know how to complete and submit an RA duty log. The first step is to open the browser of your choice. I'm going to be using Google Chrome. Once you get the browser open, you'll need to navigate to aLink by going to alink.albright.edu. Since you'll be using aLink quite a bit as an RA, I recommend that you bookmark this page. Once you get to aLink, go on over to Sign in the top right corner and click that button. It automatically signed me in because I use this frequently on this computer. However, you will use your aLink login credentials, so the same thing that you use for Moodle and self-service will also get you into aLink. Once you're here, you're going to scroll down and see that your memberships are showing here, and you'll click on the building that you're an RA in. For tonight, we're going to pretend that I'm an RA in North Hall. Once you get here, you'll see forms and you will see the duty log. Go ahead and click on the duty log. Once you've clicked on the duty log, you may see another submission that you've already done, but if you haven't done any, you'll just start a new submission. And then you'll select the night that you are doing the duty log for. So Sunday through Thursday, you do 3 rounds, and Friday through Saturday, you do 5 rounds. And that's the only difference between these two options, is it will populate a different amount of rounds on the form. So I'm going to go ahead and pick a weekday. Then click Next. Then I'll go ahead and enter my name and the date, which I'm going to use April 22nd. And then I'll go ahead and start my first round at 8 p.m. I recommend that you do start your first round as close to 8 p.m. as possible. That way you can kind of get an idea of how the building is, what's going on, how your residents are, things like that. And then we're going to say that my round ended at, let's see, 8:24 p.m. My round took a while because there were a lot of residents out. I wanted to talk to them, see how they were doing. And on my round, I made sure that all the exterior doors were secured, that I checked all the lounges, and that I checked all the restrooms. And then you're going to repeat the same thing for round 2. I like to start round 2 right after quiet hours start. So since quiet hours start at 10, I'm going to start my round at 10:15. And then I'm going to end my round at 10:31. And do the same thing, make sure that all of these items are checked. And then for round 3, I recommend that you start your round 3 as close to midnight as possible, since you are technically done on duty at midnight, even though you do have to stay in the building until 8 a.m. So we're going to say I started my round at 12:05 because I was talking with a resident in the staff office about a roommate concern that they had, and that's when we wrapped up our conversation. And then that round went until 12:23 a.m. But just for the purpose of this example, I'm going to leave this blank for now so that you could see what happens if you don't fill something in correctly. And then we're going to go down the final round checklist. So I checked all the doors, the lounges, the restrooms, the stairwells. I checked to make sure that none of the fire extinguishers were in red. I checked the laundry rooms, the vending machines. I ensured that the master key was in the staff office. I shut off the staff office light, and I locked the staff office door. And tonight, I didn't have any incident reports, but I did have a work order that was submitted due to potential damage or vandalism that took place in one of the bathrooms, which I'll get into just a minute. I didn't have any programs or overnight gets registered, and I didn't have to issue any warnings. Climate of the building was pretty calm and quiet. And for my additional comments, I will say that many residents had their doors open on my first round, which is something pretty unique in North. It doesn't happen often. I'm going to go ahead and click Next. And because I didn't fill in that time for round 3, it says that there was a problem with my submission, and it shows me exactly where the problem is. So now I'm going to go ahead and fill that in. And I believe I wrapped up that round at 12:23. And when you're completing your duty log, you should complete it once you are finished being on duty. So definitely take notes while you're on duty of all these different times and the things that happened on your rounds. I'm going to click next now. And it took me to the work orders page. It indicated I placed a work order. So I need to list the work order number and a brief description of the issue. So this is where you would include the work order number, which is auto-generated when you submit a work order. And then I'm going to say that there were many paper towels stuffed into the E200's second toilet, causing it to clog. So that was pretty much the work order issue. You can actually copy and paste your work order directly into this box as well. That's perfectly fine. And then we'll go ahead and hit next. And I'm going to briefly explain the damage or vandalism. So I'm going to say that in the E200's restroom, second stall, was a significant amount of paper towels stuffed in the toilet. There were also paper towels thrown all over the restroom. And the reason I didn't do an incident report for this is because I wasn't present to witness this happen, and no one came and reported it to me, and I did not report it to public safety. So this is just something that you would add in your duty log. You don't actually have to do an incident report since you didn't witness anything or contact public safety. I'll go ahead and click next. I don't have anything else to report, but this would be a great place if you wanted to add some humor to your duty log, or if you wanted to tell us a fun fact that you learned about a resident, or if you genuinely do have something else to report that didn't fall into another category, you put that here. And then you also can upload a photo. So this would be a great opportunity for me to upload the paper towels that were all over the bathroom and the clogged toilet. You do that by clicking upload file and then selecting the file you wish to upload. Go ahead and click next. And then it will let you review your submission. You can go back to any of the previous pages if you need to. And if you don't need to, then click submit for approval. And that's it. You've officially submitted your first RA duty log.